So let's do about 5 more. Deep inhale through your nose and exhale through the nose. A couple more using this breathing exercise to narrow your focus just to yourself and your body. And go ahead, relax your shoulders and bring your left hand to the mat. And take your right hand and cover your left ear and start to tilt your head to the side. Keep your shoulder drop down, creating a little bit more space to the side of your neck. Inhale and exhale. Gonna keep your head tilted and bring your hand to the opposite ear and push your head back to center. I'm gonna do the other side. Left hand up and over. Cover your right ear and start to tilt your head to the side. Once you settle in the position, be still. Take a couple of breaths. Inhale and exhale. And again, keep your head as is. Release your hands and bring your hand to the opposite ear. Push your head back to center. Let's bring your both hands behind your neck. Interlace your fingers and bring your elbows in towards your face. Tuck your chin and start to come forward. Drop your head down, breathing along the neck behind you. So you're coming down only halfway just to focus on the back of your neck to create nice, good stretch. Hold here. And on your inhale, slowly raise your head, align your spine straight, back to center. And let's mix 360, just nice and slow movement, about 3, 4, maybe 5 times to go to the same direction. Don't forget to breathe and switch the direction of your circle. And come on back to center. Let's bring your hands on top of your shoulders. This time you're gonna make circle with your elbows. Let's go same direction for a bit. And then switch direction. And relax. Let's bring your both arms out to the side. So keeping your hands about shoulder height. And then you're gonna turn your thumb way back towards the back of the room. Do the other arm. Just alternate. For this one, you're gonna keep your arms very, very straight. Just turning your thumb. That's gonna make your shoulder rotate. Maybe you wanna turn your head as well to align Couple more times each side. And relax. Your hands on top of your knees. And this is like a figure eight, faster to move your whole upper body front and back. I want you to feel nice and fluid as you make some movement in your upper body. So that's including your shoulders, your arms. Make yourself, your movement, dynamic all the way to the top of your hand. And switch direction. Just try relaxing your whole back muscle here, or seeing or feeling how you feel in the back side of your body. This is actually great for the core strength. And slowly come on back to center. Let's open your legs apart. So coming into the straddle position. So you don't want to open too wide, but just make sure you have a good, nice stretch on your inner legs. Gonna tilt your right elbow inside of your right knee. Gonna keep your chest open and left arm up and over. So I'm just coming halfway, maybe to stretch the side of your body, side of your ribs. Keeping your neck comfortable position. So for me, I'm looking up for the sky. Couple breaths. And slowly you're gonna turn your gaze and your chest and your upper body towards your right leg. So this time your chest facing down. Walk your hands alongside of your right leg and bring your forehead towards your shin. It's a good gentle forward bending. Couple breaths here. And on your next inhale, slowly come on up. Let's bring your right hand behind your tailbone, like a kickstand. So make your body nice and tall. Left arm up and over. Gonna grab outside of your quads. So if you go towards your shin, you kind of lean forward. You wanna stay somewhat upright position. So maybe right next to the knee or a little bit higher. And going to the twist. So take an inhale to raise your chest up. So make a tall spine. As you exhale, turn your chin and start to look over your right shoulder and twist. Couple exhale here. And slowly come on back. Let's switch sides. Make sure nicely in the center and take your left elbow inside of your left knee. This one is open, your chest, right arm up and over, looking up toward the ceiling. Focus on a side stretch from your waist to the side of your ribs, to the armpit, all the way to the fingers. Couple breaths here. Especially morning time, if you were just waking up, I'm gonna try really focusing on creating a space, feel spacious. Maybe towards the end of the class, maybe you're not feeling it yet, but creating a space as we go. Now keep your head down, slowly turn your whole upper body facing towards your left leg. So chest facing down, walk your hands alongside of your leg, forehead towards your shin, and hold here for a few good breaths. Inhale and exhale. Next inhale, slowly rise up. This time, your left hand behind your body. So thumb facing your tailbone and right arm up and over, cover or grab the side of your quads or side of your knee. Take a breath in to stretch your spine up. And as you exhale, turn and twist. Almost imagine you're kind of detaching the muscle from your skeletal, your spine. Right now, you might feel all bunched up together. One more twist and hold. And on your inhale, come on back. Very nice, you guys. And put your shoulder feet together. Let's bring your feet together but away from your body. So instead of scooch in, scooch out. So there's a big diamond shape right in front of you. And grab either around the ankle joint or bring your hands to the mat. Okay, and start to walk your fingers forward. So for this butterfly pose, you want to focus on stretching your spine. You might not feel much on your hip joint, and that's okay. So looking forward beyond your toes, about maybe 3 feet in front of you, and walk, walk, walk with your fingers. Once you cannot go anymore, drop your head down. Really try to create space around your lower back. So you want to breathe out towards that area you're focusing. Maybe around your tailbone, around your sacrum. Inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, slowly come on up. Very nice, you guys. Let's release your legs. And you're coming into all fours, hands and knees. So just take a few moments to stretch your wrist and your forearms. If you can, turn your hands, your fingers facing towards your knees. Make sure your wrist start with underneath of your shoulders and press against the mat. So your inside of your arms, your forearms, elbows completely straight and start to move back with your hips. So just few inches towards your heels. Once you feel like your edge, you want to come back, align your wrists under your shoulders and go back again. You don't have to go too far away just to feel the good edge stretch here. You don't want to lift the hands off the mat. So keeping your heels or the hands to the mat. This can be painful sometimes, but this is a good stretch for your wrist, elbow, forearms. You can release your fingers facing forward. And on your arm, feel cat cow to really exaggerate the spine movement. This one go long way. So especially the cat pose, really exaggerate with your shoulders, shrugging towards your ears, tailbone tucked. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale. And come on back to neutral position. Let's open your knees wide apart, coming into child's pose. Okay, so you can stretch your arms in front. For the next posture, if you have a block, just keep it by you. Coming into child's pose for now, just relaxing your hips towards your heels. And relax your neck, so turn your head side to side across your shoulders. When I sink your hips down nice and low, one more exhale towards your heels. And next inhale, raise your head. And wanna walk your hands towards the right side, maybe a couple times. And once you cannot go anymore, you're gonna drop your head down to the mat and continue on with your left hand. So walk your left hand up and up. So almost you're looking between around your underneath of your left armpit. And your left hand is on top of your right hand. Hold here for a moment. Inhale to rise and walk all the way to the other side. So first you're gonna drop your head down and then walk your right hand, fingers, towards your left hand. So you're looking underneath of your right armpit. Hold here. Inhale to lift your hand. And we're gonna come back all the way to center. And if you have a block or even like a pillow, you wanna elevate your hands a little bit for this child's pose. So the block in front of you and your hands are facing each other. So your palms are facing each other and make a little bit of the height with the block. So it can be this height, kind of high, or a little bit lower. So I take this height here, not too intense, but my hands are on the edge of the block here, creating a space. And start to sink your head down between the armpit. So you're gonna feel the opening in the back, yes, scapula, your upper back area. Drop your head towards the mat. It may not touch, and that's okay. And just a few breaths here. And on your inhale, slowly come on back. For a second, we're gonna remove the prop here and raise your hips. So your hips are below, above your knees. And you're gonna stay in the same alignment here as you walk your hands forward. So this is called the melting heart pose. So as you walk your hands forward, you don't want to bring your hips forward, okay? So hips are still above your knees. And go ahead and get your elbows to the mat. Okay, so you feel like you're arching your back, that's correct. And bring your chest down towards the mat. The palms facing down, hips are up above your knees. And hold here for a few moments. And next inhale, slowly raise your hands. Come on back to all fours, hands and knees. Okay, so we're doing a lot of shoulder stuff today. because I'm feeling it in the morning. Okay, so let's go to opposite direction with your shoulder. So you're gonna take your right arm and slide underneath of your left shoulder. So this is kind of familiar position here. Try relaxing your bottom hand completely, keeping your left hand in front of your face as a kickstand. And if you're ready, start to step with your left foot out to the side. Continue to change your eye gaze so you're looking up for the ceiling, opening your chest. And eventually, your left hand will be free, your upper arm behind your body. So feeling like a little twisting as well. Opening your chest, facing up. Inhale and exhale. Right, so coming out of your position, release your left hand in front of your face and gently step back with your left leg and come on back to all fours and then knees. And we switch sides. Okay, so left hand underneath over your right hand. So always take some moment here in your first stage. So kind of situate the perfect place deeply. Your left shoulder, keep your left hand relaxed and start changing your eye gaze up toward the sky. So you're already feeling it in the upper back. And all the other stages are kind of fancy stuff. You may or may not go all the way. That's fine. If you're ready, right leg out to the side. Start to open your right shoulder back. And if you're ready, your right hand behind your back. So finishing position here. Like any other poses, your goal is to stay still. And to come out of your position, release your right hand in front and come on back to all fours. Very nice, you guys. Gonna stretch your legs all the way behind you and lay down on your stomach. Coming to Sphinx position. If you like, use the block to rest your forehead. Your forearms in front of you. Your palms facing up. And just to relax your posterior chain, so the muscle around your lower back, your glutes, your legs. Nice and relaxed. You can sway your body side to side. And once you start to feel settled with a very natural arc on your lumbar spine, you can bring your forehead down to the block. Let's just hold here for a minute. Great opportunity to start to come down again. Reset your intention. Now your focus. Regroup with yourself. Whatever you're gonna call in this moment of reconnection. Slowly lift your hand. Release the block. Let's bring your chest all the way down just to relax the whole back muscle. You can bring your forehead on top of your hands and turn your head one side. Just few breaths here. Just relax. And next inhale, turn your head towards the front and both hands in front of you, a little wider than your shoulders, and coming to seal position. I haven't done this pose for quite some time, so let's do 3 times. This is the first set here. Nice and gentle with your straight elbows off the mat. You still want to try relaxing your glutes. So if you feel like you're squeezing, if you can let go here and exhale, lower all the way down. And let's bring your hands a little closer underneath of your shoulders and take a breath in and come up. A little bit more vertical position of the spine. It's a great opening for the hip flexor as well. A little bit off the mat. And exhale, lower down. And one last time in this posture, if you can, scoot your hands even lower down towards your hip bone. Gotta make adjustment as you go up. So lower body relax, squeezing your shoulder blade back. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. And lastly, try looking up toward the sky. Inhale, exhale. And exhale, lower all the way down. Very nice, you guys. Bring your hands underneath of your shoulders and then lay down on your back this time. So come on up, cross legs behind you, and lay down on your back. Corpse pose. So it's a lot of shoulder stuff. Neck, your spine. I'm going to move on to your lower body. So start by letting go of all the tension you might still have any part of your body, just to scan where you're at mentally. Is your breath calm and steady and smooth? Or feeling like all over the place or holding the breath, just to notice what's going on as of this moment. Bend the knees and put your feet onto the mat and pressing your tailbone towards the mat. So it's not like engaging your ab, but try feeling like creating a space flat around your lower back. It's normally, it's a natural arc around your lumbar spine. So that area, see if you can pushing down towards the mat. From this position, take your right foot and your right ankle on top of your left knee. Eye of the needle position. And make a small adjustment. See if you can scoot your left heel even closer towards your bun. Okay. And use your right hand to push your right knee away from your chest. See what's going on with your hip joint this morning. You feel tight or feeling nothing. It's easy. Just checking in with your inside of your hip joint here. and going to the second stage if you are ready. Okay, so lift your left foot off the mat. So your left heel and left knee about same height. I'm flexing my left toes. Interlace your fingers behind your left thigh, and once you're there, drop your head down again and tuck your chin. So looking down towards your stomach and opening your shoulders. So pull your shoulder blade back. Now you're gonna feel more outer edge of your right hip, maybe around your piriformis muscle, right between the edge of your hamstring and your glutes. Loads of breath here. And go ahead, extend your left leg up toward the sky, flexing my toes still and kicking my heel up to the sky. So a little more stretch in the back of my left leg. And slowly relax your left leg and release your hands and put your left foot down to the mat. So this is the first position of the eye of the needle. Do one more thing here. Both arms out to the side and palm facing up. And slowly turn your lower body from the waist down to the left side, to the left. And turn your chin towards your right shoulder. So feel a good stretch on the side of your body. I love this twist. And we go to the other side as well. So move back to center and continue on to the right side. And turn your chin towards your left shoulder. And we'll utilize this position to open up your pec, left side. It's a little bit different feel of the stretch or twist. And on your inhale, slowly come on back. Let's release your legs and pull your knees towards your armpit. So very similar to happy baby position, but knees open apart. Press your tailbone down towards the mat, chin down, tailbone down, long spine. And go ahead, drop your right foot down to the mat. And we go to the other side. So eye of the needle pose, your left foot on top of your right ankle. And let's just stay here for a minute. So just relaxing, little adjustment if you can. Grab your right heel, bring it towards your bun, right underneath it. And use your left hand to push your left knee away from your chest. So if you have a very flexible hip joint, you might not feel much in this first position. If you're tight or more narrow hip socket, this is plenty for you to, have a good benefit out of this pose. So just decide on your own to go further or not. The second stage here is right foot off the mat and bind your fingers behind your right thigh. Once you have interlaced fingers, drop your head down, chin tucked. So looking down towards your stomach, the shoulder tend to come up and roll in. You're gonna roll out. So shoulder blade back, flexing your right toes, and continue on feel the opening, the big region here. We're gonna finally extend your right leg up to the sky. Flexing. A little more stretch on your hamstrings here. And go ahead, release. And relax your hands. Your right foot down again, first position of this series. Both arms out to the side. And gently move your legs to the right side this time. And once you hit the edge, turn your chin to the left shoulder. I'm going to come back and go all the way to the other side. Turn your chin to the right shoulder. Stay relaxed. If you're not able to relax, ease back a little bit. Maybe less degree of your pose. Find the comfort and a little bit of the intensity, but not too much. And go ahead, slowly come on back to center. Release your legs. Let's do the real happy baby pose here. You're gonna grab inside of your feet. Ooh, such a liberating posture. So heels away from each other. So between your heels, it's way wider than your shoulders. Few things happening. Your hands are active, so pushing against the feet and feet against the hands. So there are opposite force happening here. Tailbone down towards the mat, shoulders down. We're trying to get your spine nice and flat towards the mat. If you have more room to go, start to open your legs even more away from each other. Maybe feel like your legs even more straighter and roll your body to the side. So you're gonna go right side, touch the mat, and left side, touch the mat. Just rock the baby side to side. This is actually great for the back of your leg stretching. So extending the heel away and stretch the hamstring behind the knee. And let's come on back to center. Bring your arms behind your legs and start to rock back and forth to come up. So we continue a little bit more hip opener here. So I'll give you some options. So you can start with a close leg position and then simply walk your hands in front. So this is the mild version of this next pose. If you're not shy, we're gonna go into square pose. So go ahead, bring your left leg in front of you. So your shin of your left leg is parallel to the front part of your mat. So you're gonna scooch your heel a little bit more away from your body. If you bring your heel in, this will be your cross leg position. So scooch out a little bit. So your ankle and knee are aligned. And from here, gonna grab your right foot, your right ankle on top of your left knee. So this is the more challenging part. Or you can scoot your right toes a little bit more in the crease of your knee. So a little bit mild. If you're gonna go challenging your ankle all the way on top of your left knee. Okay. So ideally, your shins are on top of each other. So your right shin is on top, left shins are on the bottom and aligned. And don't worry about this gap between your right knee and your left ankle. There will be some space. Okay, so we're gonna try to close off this gap. At this point, if your bottom knee or top knee is painful, go ahead and ease back a little bit. Maybe do the cross legs or scoot your foot down a little bit more. Or even you can bring your bottom leg in front like this. Okay, so there are lots of options. But I'm gonna continue on with this square pose. It's actually kind of painful, but huge opening on your right hip. So we're gonna stay upright position for a bit. The intention is to lower this right knee down, but you're not forcing to have it happen. Usually, as the time goes by, start to ease down a little bit. From upright position, if you're going a little bit more, hands out to the side and start to lean your upper body forward. So this will create more torque into the hip joint. You might feel even more. I'm gonna stop right here on my pose. And there's more to go. So if you're venturing out to even deeper place, hands are in front of you and start to walk all the way forward. So that's more and more painful position. You can try out. But for now, for me, I'm stay somewhat upright position, just waiting until my hip joints start to relax a little bit. So wherever you are at this moment, I hope it's a perfect position for you. Let your body decide your position, not your ego, or you want to go further. Just to feel comfortable. A little bit of the pain is good, but not too much. Just have a few more breaths here. See if you can go just a teeny bit deeper. Inhaling to come up. Just be very gentle coming out of your position. So one leg at a time. Maybe shake your legs in front of you. Let the blood circulation going into both legs and hips. Painful position. And we go to the other side. So once again, I show you some modification. You can just cross your legs and move forward with your hands. Or you can do the first part. This time your right leg in front and left foot either all the way on top of the knee or ease down a little bit so your toes are aligned with the crease of the right knee. Or you can stretch your bottom leg in front and do like a half cross leg position. If your left foot is up on top of your right knee, just think about aligning on your both shin or calves, just on top of each other. Okay, and just take your time to settle. So see how high my left knee is. So much gap between the bottom foot and your top knee, and that's fine. And also depends on your shape of your hip socket. Normally, men's have a narrower hip socket, and then your posture might look like really even high like this, and that's totally fine. So The point is not to have the knee pain. If you have a massive knee pain, this pose you need to ease back and modify for yourself. Anyway, so hands out to the side, maybe hands in front. Always good idea to check with your breathing. So are we still breathing calmly and deeply, smoothly? That's the barometer of your posture. And oftentimes we hold the breath. Maybe that's too much. So a few more breaths here. And slowly come on up. Okay, both legs in front. Shake your legs. Good. Maybe massage on your hip flexor. Very nicely, guys. Come on up to the knees. Okay, so let's do a little back bend in camel pose. It's very common when you do a huge hip opening, you might feel in the low back. They're all connected, bone joints. So just to align for this one, I'm gonna engage the back muscle here. So squeezing your glutes, squeezing your lower back muscle, hands on your lower back, elbows in, and think about creating a space in the front. Inhale, chest up, look back, exhale, and push your hips forward, drop your head back. This is actually great after this square pose to open up your hip flexor. Continue on so you're not collapsing. Keep rising your chest up. Exhale, look back and look back and hips forward. Inhale to come back. Sit down onto your bed and both legs in front of you. And let's take your right leg. You go up and over. Let's see this side. So going to the seated spinal twist. And bring your right hand behind your tailbone. So I'm coming into my fingertips to get my spine nice and long. And your left hand, you can use your elbow to push your knee out, or use your hand to push your knee out. Either variation. Take a breath in, chest up, look back, exhale and twist. One more time. Take a breath in, chest up, exhale and twist. We did a one spine twist in the very beginning of the session today. See how you feel now. Switch sides. I feel much more relaxed in my back muscle and a little bit more range of motion. So left hand behind you and right hand on top of your knee. Take a breath in, Long, long spine, chest up, keep lifted. Exhale, look back into us. One more time, inhale, exhale. And come on back to center. And interlace your fingers in front of you, about shoulder height. And then flip your palms inside out and push away from you. Try to bring your shoulders forward without leaning your entire upper body. So keep your spine as is, but extend your scapula forward. And go ahead, release. Let's see. Okay, we have 3 minutes. So let's come on to the seat position. You can kneel or cross-legged. Maybe same position as you started. Bring your hands on top of your knees or thighs. Just find yourself again on the mat. Checking in with your mental and physical state of ourselves. And I want to finish with the breathing exercise again. So let's do the detox kapalabhati. So using abdominal muscle here. As you breath in, you bring your stomach in. And as you inhale, which is unconscious, relax your stomach. So in, relax, in, relax. If you wanna feel your stomach movement, you can put one hand on your tummy and really you wanna try to relax each and every time so your inhale happens properly. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 sets of 50. The first one is slightly slower. Go ahead, take a breath in. Begin. Relax. Swallow a couple times. Relax your tummy, but your spine still nice and straight with your chest open. And we do one more set, a little bit faster. Don't forget to relax your stomach muscle again. Take a breath in, and let's begin. And relax. Right. So nice to do yoga in the morning, a little bit afternoon for shower, 1 o'clock. But I feel the great benefit, more oxygen, more digestive system, more energized. Thanks for joining, you guys.